Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 military benefits, and I bet you can't guess them all. Number 5, leading off, we're going to go with TRICARE. TRICARE can actually be extremely valuable. For example, if you are married and you have a child, and let's say it is born 2 months premature, and it is in the NICU. If you were a civilian, you had normal health insurance, the NICU could end up costing you legitimately hundreds of thousands of dollars. And in the military, zero. Right? You have a surgery, could cost you $5, $10, $15, $20, $30,000. Who knows? You have cancer, could cost you a lot of money. And in the military, you won't even know how much it costs you because you don't even see a bill. At the same time, you may never go to medical. So you may never know about the benefit that TRICARE was. Or you may go to medical and it's, military medical. So you may not necessarily be super stoked with the care that you got. That being said, as a guy who had his PCL replaced while on active duty and didn't pay for it, had his appendix removed on active duty, didn't pay for it, got a CPAP, doesn't pay for it, TRICARE is pretty sweet. I'm a fan. I would consider that a pretty significant benefit. It's still a significant benefit. I definitely do not complain about it. I would consider it phenomenal. Healthcare is not a cheap thing. It's a very nice thing to have covered. Number 4, we're going to roll right into tuition assistance and the GI Bill, right? So the ability to go to school and have your college covered, paid for while you're in, tuition assistance, and then the ability to have a 4-year degree program paid for by the military or because of your military service via the GI Bill when you get out, or to transfer that to your spouse or child or split it amongst children and allow them to go to school for free or much lower, more affordable cost. That's a huge benefit. Now, the reason this is not number 1, even though student loans are a very hot topic right now, is again that not everybody uses this benefit and not everybody needs to go to college, right? So this is a great benefit that not everybody is going to need, but the GI Bill is huge. This is very valuable when you're going to school. You're going to get your housing allowances covered, your tuition covered. You're going to be able to afford to focus on school and education rather than having to work a full-time job while going to school, which will pull away from your studies and your grades and your GPA and everything else. You're actually going to be able to focus on school. Likewise, tuition assistance is awesome. I got an associate's degree while I was in, and I didn't pay a penny for it. And I haven't touched my GI Bill yet, which is pretty cool. Now, number 3, disability, right? VA, disability claims, disability payments, that whole system. And we're not going to go into the rabbit hole of who gets 100, who gets 10%, who gets 0%, who gets 80%, whatever your ratings are. That being said, if you have legitimate injuries while you're in the military, and you document them, and the VA looks at your medical record and says, yep, we should probably pay him for these injuries, then that is a really good benefit for you to be paid recurring from the government, tax-free, for that injury, for however long they're going to pay you for that injury, right? To compensate you for, hey, we appreciate your service and we know that this injury is going to take a toll on you, right? And I acknowledge having a disability paycheck that it's not free money. Those things do hurt. They do mess with you. I'm not going to go into my story and my situation. I might this isn't a sob story or a whatever. But yeah, I get a check. It doesn't mean that those things are fun, right? There are plenty of times where I'm wow, this check is great. I would gladly give this back to you for X, Y, and Z to just not be here. But the check is great. Now, there are some other things with that too, though. If you get to 100%, and I'm by no means saying that you should go talk to somebody and get yourself to 100% if you don't actually have injuries, right? I don't believe in the idea of everybody gets 100% disability by just pretending you have a bunch of injuries and issues. In fact, I would argue that that's how we would get the system messed with in a way that it would actually just wreck everybody's disability and make it somehow just revamp a whole bunch of stuff and just ruin a good thing for a lot of people, right? I think that's, the whole mass punishment thing that the military likes to believe in. I wouldn't see that going well if everybody who gets out of the military decided that they had found some loopholes to all get 100%, right? So I definitely don't believe in that. So what I would say is if you have legitimate injuries and you get to 100% permanent and total disability, there are some additional benefits, such as in a lot of states, even without the GI Bill, you can go to school for free. There are some student loan forgiveness programs for 100% P&T veterans. There are some states that do property tax exemptions for that. There are some other benefits out there, right? So check them out. Look into I think it's chapter 31 or chapter 35 benefits. Just look around, right? And then look at your state. Your state might have some benefits. I believe some have like vehicle registration. There's some states, I believe, where your children go to school for free if you're a disabled veteran, like permanently. I'm not going to go into all those specifics because it varies state to state and I don't know all the details, but do your research. Number 2, the Thrift Savings Plan, the TSP. I love this thing because you put your money in. I prefer the Roth, especially if you're a young service member. You put your money in, you pay the taxes up front. It grows tax exempt, and then you don't pay taxes on the money when you pull it out. And you can live on it in retirement. It can grow to 7 figures, and it can be wonderful, and it's awesome. Also, especially now, for anyone who's joined after 2020, you're in the blended retirement system, so you are automatically enrolled in a matching contribution. So every dollar you put in for that first 5% is matched by the government. So if you put $1 in, they put $1 in, boom, instant 100% return on investment. Not going to find that anywhere else. It's guaranteed by the government, 100% return on investment, basically a 5% pay raise. That 5% does go to traditional instead of Roth, but whatever. You need to take advantage of that. So you should at least be putting 5%. I would say 10, 15, 20%. The more you put in at a young age, the more powerful it is, the more it compounds, the better it is. I absolutely love the TSP, and I would recommend that you take advantage of it because it is the best 401k type vessel in existence. So take advantage of it. Read The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins, or listen to the podcast that we did with him, but read that book, learn how to invest with the TSP, learn what funds are out there, what funds are best, or check out some of my videos, some of my articles on it. I've got a ton of information about it. Love it. It'll make you rich. It's awesome. It's easy. It's simple. It's automated. It's passive. What's not to love? And number 1, the VA loan, right? For those of you who aren't familiar with my channel at this point, I love the VA loan. The VA loan is the best primary residence mortgage product out there. It is the best mortgage product out there. It is phenomenal. It is, zero down, low closing costs. The funding fee can be waived if you're a disabled vet, 10% or more, or Purple Heart. The funding fees still less than paying mortgage insurance premiums or private mortgage insurance like you would on an FHA or a conventional loan under 20% down. It's less than a 20% down payment. The loan is great. It's lower interest rates if you have anywhere between a 641 and a 779 credit score than any other loan out there. I mean, there's just so many benefits to it. There's a bunch of misnomers and misunderstandings and rumors and all these things that, give it a bad reputation, like can't be used in a hot market. Wrong. Can only be used once. Wrong. Can't be used to buy multifamily. Wrong. Can't be used to buy $1 million house. Wrong. Can't close fast. Wrong. I've seen 17-day closes. I've seen 14-day closes. Can't be used to build a house. Wrong. Can't be used to renovate a house. Wrong, as long as it's done during a purchase. I mean, all kinds of stuff. So if someone's telling you can't do something with the VA loan, who knows? Hit me up, whatever, right? Or I'll drop a link down below, or you can hit me up if you'd like an introduction to an agent or a lender who actually knows how to use the VA loan, because I promise they're not all created equally. Every lender learns something about the VA loan. 99% of the lenders in the world, or 90% of the lenders in the world at least, don't actually really understand the VA loan. They got like a class in the NMLS which teaches them like 0% down, like basically what I just said in this video. That is like the surface. Doesn't actually tell them anything. So if you want a lender who actually knows how to use the freaking product and specializes with the VA loan and can actually sell it to the listing agent to actually get your house under contract and get you a house to buy and actually freaking do the loan and knows what they're doing, hit me up or click the link down there, whatever. I'll help introduce you to some people who actually know how to use the thing. They're in the community. I'm not on their team, but the military millionaire community is full of quality agents and lenders that I happen to know because I run this massive community of people who are in real estate and they're service members and veterans. So I've had a chance to talk to all of them, which means I've gotten a pretty good feeling for who knows what they're doing and who has no freaking clue. And as part of that, I just kind of started saving people's contact info. So happy to make introductions to you. And I kind of just started systemizing that. And now we've got a system down where my assistant will just send intros all day long, right? So happy to do that for you. Anyway, so yeah, we've got, let me just go through my list here. TRICARE, GI Bill, disability, TSP, VA loan. Those are the top 5 military benefits. If I missed one, comment down below. Make sure you subscribe, share with your friends, and have a great day. Love you all.